Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam, this is Phil, and today we have a special request from Mark, and that is Long John Baldry. Say that 10 times fast.
No, what you need to say 10 times fast is don't try to lay no boogie-woogie on the king of rock and roll.
Boogie-Woogie.
Never heard a song title as long as that.
Yeah, it is fairly long.
Fairly long. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 words in that song title.
I guess that's probably definitely one of the longer ones.
The longest. I'm saying it. I'm stamping it. It's the longest song title I've ever heard. And John Baldry is somebody that we have never heard.
No, we've never heard of him either.
This is from 1971, and he apparently influenced some really prominent figures in England, which is where he's from, such as Rod Stewart and Elton John.
Yeah, crazy.
So he's kind of, setting the foundations for some of the music that we know of, anyways, or had heard of in terms of great artistry, but these guys may have not came to be if it wasn't for Long John here.
Yeah, and fun fact, apparently he's 6'7", which is very tall.
And that's how he got his name.
Yes.
So anyways, no idea what to expect on this one, but that's a going theme on our channel because we do new first-time reactions all the time. And you should join us on this channel because we got tons of new content every single day, 2 new videos. So we'd love to have you. Hit that subscribe button and the like button if you enjoy this video. But enough with the chit chat. Let's get into some new music from Long John Baldry. You ready?
Let's do it.
I remember a few years ago, some funny things used to happen to me. About 1956, 57. At that time, there was no blues scene or not really any kind of scene in London. I used to go out and play my guitar in the streets and sing things with passing the hat round. I remember one particular night, I was playing my guitar in a little alleyway just off of Wardour Street in Soho.
Soho.
And I got busted by the police. And this policeman came up and dragged me and my guitar and my hat full of pennies off to the police station. Anyway, the next day, I had to appear in Marlborough Street Police Court. And it was quite a day.
Quite a day.
Police officer giving his evidence. I was proceeding in a southerly direction, my lord, when I heard strange sounds coming from a Wardour Place, my lord. A sort of boogie-woogie music was being played.
Boogie-woogie.
On further investigation, I saw the defendant standing there with a guitar and an old hat on the floor, collecting pennies. Well, I decided that he was contravening a breach of the peace there, as there was a traffic jam about 5 miles long down Wardour Street, wondering what all the fuss was about. So then I arrested the defendant. Just one moment, officer. What is this boogie-woogie music here we're talking about? Oh, well, my lord, said the officer, getting out his notebook, obviously been doing up his homework. Is a kind of jazz rhythm music peculiar to the American Negro. Oh, what was the defendant doing playing this kind of music there in Wardour Street? Anyway, I got off with a caution. A year's conditional discharge. But I'll always remember that policeman and his boogie-woogie. So don't...
I'm thinking maybe it's not Boogie-Woogie, it's Bougie-Woogie.
I think we mispronounced the song title, yes.
Bougie-Woogie.
Woogie. And
I think I like that better.
You do?
Yeah.
You'll be saying that later today.
Bougie-Woogie.
So what are you thinking about the story here from Long John?
Sounds like he got himself into a pickle.
Yeah, it didn't sound like he was doing a whole lot wrong, though.
Yeah, playing some
Just
music.
Playing some music that is a Negro style of music that he shouldn't have been playing. And I think that's, highlighting some of the cultural changes of how music had grown from certain aspects of society and, over time periods, over the decades, right? We just come to know blues as being blues today, right? But it originated from, certain cultures.
Yeah.
And then it got adapted to this like rock, blues, folk mix in a lot of respects. And
Lots of influence flowing over from one genre to the other and different time periods. It all just becoming this melding pot.
He said, I think what year he was talking about, right?
He said the late 50s.
Late 50s.
I think he said like 57.
Right. Yeah. So he's kind of talking about his viewpoint at this time. And we've dove a lot into the 60s and the 70s, but we haven't got into a lot of 50s based stuff, right?
Not really, or not much. Anything from before that and 50s, I feel like we haven't done too much of.
Yeah. And so this is very much unexpected.
Yeah.
Going into this, it wasn't.
Well, it's also interesting too because it's like there's musical elements with like the piano in the background, and there's been a little bit of guitar in there, but it's also like he's not singing; he's more of just like narrating a story.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of the Arlo Guthrie.
Yes,
that we
very
did
similar to that
for the Thanksgiving tale.
Yeah, I thought that one was really interesting.
It is a little bit of comedic aspects in there. This is the backdrop is the piano, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to get into any of the, more musical prominent.
Yeah, we got 4 more minutes, so.
So I guess we'll see where we go with it. I don't know if this is a preface to, portion of the song, or if it's just, this is
like the narration of a story.
This is his style that he, takes this approach with his music in general.
Defendant playing this kind of music there in Wardour Street. Anyway, I got off with a caution.
Reminds me of Charlie Brown.
A year's conditional discharge. But I'll always remember that policeman and his boogie-woogie.
Boogie-woogie.
So don't try to lay no boogie-woogie on the king of rock and roll.
Clearly, that was a great spot to pause on my behalf.
We're about to roll right into the track change, or the entire thing switched up.
Yeah, I segued into that perfectly by saying, I don't know what we're gonna do with this one, and then it exploded to life.
Yeah, now we're back to Boogie-Woogie from Bougie-Woogie.
Yeah, and Really, really unique voice.
Yeah, super raspy and like raw
Like
almost.
a boom to it at the same time.
Yeah,
with
it
the
does sound
raspiness.
very bluesy to me, like his vocal.
Yeah. Very unique sound. Like I can't say I've heard the style very much. Like we've heard blues influence stuff.
Yeah.
But this, like the uniqueness of the piano and this hard hitting groove at the same time, not something I've really heard very often.
No, very unique.
And combining that with, you know, the cherry on the top is his vocal, you know, really, again, powerful. So it's got a lot of energy to this one, and it kind of exploded out of nowhere because he lulled you in the beginning with his storytelling.
His story, and then just boom. Yeah, and some of the lyrics, like I haven't picked up everything, but some of it's funny, like something about not eating TV dinners when he's used to steak.
Yeah, so are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I think it's really unique, and I think that it was a surprise because I didn't really know where we were going with it. So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, are you ready to find out where we're going to go next?
I am. Let's do it.
go.
Together, we chillin', dusted out. If you feel that you just can't dig it, you know you don't know what it's all about. It ain't a matter of convenience that's gonna justify your soul. It's just don't try to lay no boogie-woogie. I'm the king of rock and roll. Late 45, but your head's in 53. You got what it takes, keep their heads a spinning down by the old red shack. But you come on just like a fool grinning in the back of a red Cadillac. You can't come across the Oxford Bridge until you pay the toll. So don't try to lay no boogie-woogie. I'm the king of rock and roll. Rise out.
Piano work was really, really crazy in that one.
The what, sorry?
Piano work.
Yeah, really good. Also, there it sounded like there was like some sort of brass instrument, like maybe a saxophone
Yeah,
brought in there.
saxophone in there, which is really cool. Layering that they had. Bass, obviously, super prominent, but that's, you know, customary for a lot of blues-related stuff. So I'm not surprised, but it was bumping, that's for sure.
It was bumping.
It was like, you know, what hip-hop was 50 years ago. You know, a big groove, hard-hitting, lots of energy to it, but clearly a ton of musicianship in this.
Yeah, and very creative, right? Kind of blending the storytelling aspect and, you know, luring you in with that, like you had said, and then hitting you with the fire music in the back half.
Yeah, and obviously the comedic lyrics were in there through and through. I didn't catch them all because he did have a pretty strong accent that I was like, you know, even the way he's emphasizing some of the lyrics with this booming voice made it a little bit harder to convey all the lyrics and get them across to me.
I picked up pork and beans too. He's talking making lots of food references.
I heard that one as well, but it was really, really cool, you know, get introduced to a Long John Baldry. And
like you said, really unique voice and just like a creative way to put together a song.
Different era of music, it sounded like. I mean, it sounded like, although it was from the 70s, it sounded like it was from the 50s.
Yeah, to me, it had an older, like a more nostalgic, older influence, like it being released then. It's almost like, to me, it's like the type of music he probably would have been making and hearing like prior to that.
Yeah, and clearly he was influential because he's a talented individual. I assume he's not doing all the instruments in this. I'm imagining that he had a band playing with him, but they all seem talented. Anyways, you guys can let us know what you think about John Baldry on
Yeah.
this track here. You let Mark know if it was a great pick. Maybe you're reminiscing about this one. Maybe you forgot about this one, and Mark's revived it.
Or maybe you've never heard it. This is your first time listening to, so let us know what you thought.
That's very true. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you have a great day. Make sure you come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.